Guys, what are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to talk about a couple things because I'm currently wearing what I think is going to be the new microphone for the channel. And two, we're going to talk about the HINDERER XM18. And I hate to admit it, I'm a little disappointed. So let's go ahead, and if you're watching on headphones, turn down the volume because here comes a little bit of music. Hey, Past Mike here. Just wanted to throw it out there so that future Mike always forgets. If you haven't checked out the merch store, there's a lot of stuff in there. I got sweatshirts, I got t-shirts, I got coffee cups. There's a link in the description. If you want to support the channel, all the sales go to the merch store and providing the stuff, but then I get a portion of the take of it. So like I said, merch store, sweatshirts, t-shirts, coffee cups, they're all really nice. Now, back to future Mike so he can tell you about a knife. Well, thanks. Past Mike and present Mike has already told you about these shirts because I know when I'm filming this. So what is this? This is the XM18, the Hinderer with the spear point blade, full flat grind. And this is the one that came in from Jared Neves. And I have to, there are some good things about this knife, but overall, it's not a knife for me. There's too many things that just don't line up with what I would want out of a knife that other knives do provide at the same price point. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure the price point on this specific knife because I could not find this specific configuration. So let's go ahead and we'll turn this around and we'll take some time and we'll look at it at the tape. We're going to get into this and I'll let you know why I'm disappointed. So let's get the specs out of the way. You are looking at overall length of 8.25, and if you put this on the mat, it's pretty much coming in right on the button. You guys can't see it as clearly as I can. Blade length on this is a 3.5. This is the 3.5 version. Handle length is 4.75 inches for your overall length of 8.25. Blade thickness they have listed as 0.19. We'll grab the calipers here real quick. I'm going to show you that I've measured it a couple times already because I filmed this a couple times. Did not come in at 0.19. It came out at 1.17, just about 0.17. And as you can see, it's pretty much zeroed in on those calipers. Like I said, blade is in 20 CV. It is a spear point blade with a flat grind. And they have the weight listed as 5.58 ounces. Now this is gonna come in a little weird because this is not the red G10 version that I used to get the specs, but that was the closest I could come. So on this, you're looking at 5 3/4. Sorry about that, guys. There is a road right behind my yard. So let's go ahead and look at the last thing. Pocket clip, tip up or tip down. I personally do not like anything tip down. I know that there are people that do, but that is not my preference. So let's go ahead and we'll take a good look at why I'm not such a big fan of this knife. So like I said, it has nothing to do with the feel of this because I did swap out the scales and used the micarta scale that Jared sent, and it's nothing to do with the look of the knife. It's just overall it's not as pocket friendly as I would have liked. I don't like the angle of the pocket clip. It sits weird in my pocket, which when it kicks out that direction, zoom back out here a little bit, as you can see when that pocket clips straight up and down, it's kicking out into my pocket, taking up more real estate, which means that it's out this way, sitting in an angle. Pocket clip is not got a lot of great retention. I found this to not really be something I could carry in, say, track pants or thin jeans. I was not happy with the retention on this. I tried tightening the pocket clip down. Not a fan really of Phillips head screws on a lot of stuff. A pocket clip, not such a big deal. At least it is 2, but it didn't get any tighter. Now, I don't know if maybe that pocket clip has been sprung and just doesn't have the retention, but I kind of expected it to be a little bit more. Action, while the action is super smooth, it is very hard to use the thumb studs. I would say that those thumb studs are just more there as stop pins. that would be my take on it. But however, it does have a stop pin, so that really isn't the case on this. They're just really sharp, and the detent on this is really, really strong. And if you get your fingers on that lock bar, you're gonna have some trouble with it. So, and then my final reason, you're gonna hear me say it in the next section video, another step in. I don't know what's going on with me today. I don't know what the issue was. I wound up filming this video like 8 different times. I deleted probably 20 minutes of footage because I just couldn't get anything I wanted to say right. I'm about to say pocket clip, but what I mean is flipper tab. And I say it like 6 times, but I'm not going back and reshooting a short portion of a video. So just know that I'm not talking about pocket clips. I'm talking about flipper tabs. This would not be a knife for me. This pocket clip. So now we're gonna compare some pocket clips that I do like, some pocket clips I really like, to this. If you look, this pocket clip almost looks backwards. This pocket clip is slanted down. When it deploys, it comes out, and it is very, very nice, very comfortable, easy to deploy, easy to use. That is the CJRB Crag, the Amazon exclusive. This is the React Horizon D. It kind of has that same almost reversed thing to it, but it's not uncomfortable. It does not dig into my hand. And then finally, one of my favorite pocket clips are some of Elliot's old ones on the Ferrum Forges, which is this on my Fortis, which just, it's the same both ways. Now, my issue with this is, this pocket clip is, it's, when you deploy it, there's only one way to do it. You have to put your finger on that. And if you've got soft hands, the detent on this is pretty stiff, and it's gonna poke your finger a little bit. So with that being said, once it's open and then I get down into it, it digs into my finger when I'm trying to use it. So those are the reasons. It has nothing to do with build quality or anything like that. It is a little thick behind the edge, but it does cut fairly well. So with that being said, I mean, is it a bad knife? No, it's just overall, it's just not a knife for me. I still like it. I like the idea of it, and I like the fact that Rick is putting out a quality product, and they're a lot more readily available. But we'll get into the price point and availability in a minute. So let's go ahead, let's flip this around, and I'll meet you guys back up, and we'll do some final thoughts. Guys, I mentioned availability. The problem was I never talked about it. They are out of stock. I have not been able to find an XM18 3.5 anywhere. Just like before, they're out of stock. He does make more, and they're more available, but they are still hard to find. They are an item that is sought after, and so therefore they're hard to find. That's when I was talking about availability. If you can find them, you can pick them up. Blade HQ has them, Knife Art has them, Rick has them on his website, but I didn't find any in stock anywhere. So that's just a little step in. I forgot to put it in. So like I said, not at all a dig at Rick or his knives. I like Rick. I've talked to him a couple times at shows. He seems like an awesome guy. And the fact was, for a long time, these were really hard to get, and they have become more readily available. I just personally, there's some things about it I just don't like. I did forget to mention, the finger choil, just once I get up in it, then it's still just uncomfortable because of that pocket clip design. And it's 100% is probably just the size of my hands. The knife does cut well, and it's well designed, it's well built, quality materials, and we still will be doing a What's Inside series because I want to look at this tri-wood pivot that's in it. So now I do have to talk to Jared because I know he told me that something about the bearings in this knife, so I want to make sure that I get that info from him. As far as size comparison, I didn't do a size comparison because, you know, it's pretty much about the only thing I have that really is in that size range right now that I could get to is this, and it just doesn't really matter because you guys saw it on the scale. So all in all, it is a really nice knife. It's just not a knife I would purchase or carry, which brings us to the price point, $425. I honestly can tell you that I would, for $425, I would purchase something else. Now, I will say that his slippies, the little slippies that they have, I do like those, and I might be somebody that would benefit from carrying like the 3-inch flipperless, thumb stud only one, that might be something that's more up my alley, just because I'm not a fan of that flipper tab. I can get by the pocket clip, especially. I'm honestly thinking that tension issue is something that happened prior to me getting the knife. But all in all, it is a great knife and it is beautiful. I really wanted to like it a lot more, and I thought I was going to carry it a lot more, and I really didn't. The Civivi Riffle that you guys saw the video, the first impressions video of, I believe last week sometime. Awesome knife. That is one I would carry daily, and I would actually take the Civivi Riffle over this just because I have some issues with it. So guys, that's all I got to say about it. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like the videos, give them a thumbs down, but please try to tell me why, especially if you're a paying member, because your input on what you think is a good video is really important because you're paying for the content. If you really like the videos, you can join the channel below and support through a monthly membership, or if you just like a specific video, you can give me some applause, which is just basically a little bit of cash saying, hey, you did a good job on this video. With that being the end of the video, guys, take it easy. I love you all. Be kind to each other in the comments. Keep it clean, and I will see you in the next video. That's something in my eye or on my eye. Later.